thank you for joining the Financial Room. I'm your host once again. We're going to be talking about, the cost of borrowing and the overnight lending rate and the increased mortgages and what's happening. So the Bank of Canada has increased overnight lending rates, if I may say, and it's not good. So what's going on, guys? Everybody wants to know when is this going to stop? When is our government is going to, stop increasing mortgage rates? Other governments are cutting. Canada is increasing. I'm not a fan of politics, but clearly there's mixed messages from all levels of governments, and it's confusing consumers, and it's costing consumers a lot, and it's also costing developers a lot. So what is happening? In the essence, why are house prices out of whack? Why is it becoming unaffordable? The average Torontonian family or individual has to make $200,000 minimum to buy a home in Toronto. That is preposterous. That is ridiculous. I think it is unfair. So how do we fix this problem, and what's really going on? Well, very, very simple. The challenging is the slow approvals and the high fees that developers have to pay. There has to be some type of collaboration and agreement between city workers and also developers. The turnaround time to get things approved, such as permits and zonings and exceptions and bylaw changes, it's really, 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 really slow, and there has to be some kind of accountability from our public servants and what they need to do in response to helping developers fast track these development sites. A lot of these development sites have been put on hold because there's also high fees. There's in different levels, the governments are charging astronomical fees, up to 30% of building a property, a unit or an apartment unit or a condo unit or a home is all fees. It doesn't go to the developer. So don't be misleading and everything that all developers make a lot of money. Most cases where they make money when they're doing a lot of volume, and even then, so with the shortage of labor workers due to the pandemic and the exit of the baby boomers into retirement, and those who also took retirement package, there is more jobs available in Canada and in the GTA right now than ever before. So there is a lot of moving parts, and if our government, all three levels of government, do not come to the bargaining table and work a fair agreement to make it attractive, affordable, and profitable for these developers to start building, we are still going to suffer and see this ridiculously runaway train where people are overbidding on properties that are not worth that much just to get into the real estate market. It's really important that you understand and you speak up and you have a voice. Reach out to your local MPP, write them a letter, send them an email, let them know that you have children that are going to be first-time home buyers, or you are a first-time home buyer, or you are a repeat home buyer and you cannot stay in your same community because you can't afford to buy back a home in your area because of the high affordable prices. Do your part as a good paying citizen, that is a tax paying citizen, and hold your constituent responsible for, taking care of your community, which is affordable housing, whether it's renters, whether it's homeowners, whether it's your landlord, whether you're a developer. If we all do our part and educate and put pressure and hold our politicians accountable for their promises, and even give them education that they may not be aware of things, we need to make a difference. And together as Canadians, if we start voicing intellectually, calmly, professionally, and calling our constituents, emailing them, picking up the phone, or even better, visit them and have a meeting and lobbying for better policy for housing improvement, that is what we need to do. There is so much red tape that is causing all of this, unaffordability, and we need to speak up. Not only do we need to speak up, everyone, it's also summer and we need to enjoy the weather. So enough about real estate, and thank you so much for joining us today at the BridgGroup Company's Financial Room episode.